Heartbreaks will mess you up. Heartbreaks will mess you up. If you ever have ever been through a heartbreak, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because one thing I know for a fact, could heartbreak that how about you are a gangster when somebody breaks your heart, you feel like your whole life is over. And one of the things you'll be thinking about, I gotta probably kill myself or something like that. But that's life. I remember this one time, a friend of mine was so in love with this girl. He would show her off. He would post her on the internet, and put the sweetest captions on everything. Whenever he's around us, he would bring her with him. Just to show her that he loves her so much. She was so in love, and every time they had an argument or a misunderstanding, I'll be one of the people he called and tell, bro, we got this going on. What do you think you should do? And as your friend's advisor, you'd always advise him to say, boy, hey, she might not be the girl for you and etc. But when the person is in love, they never really listen to any advice. So as time went by, they went through the the difficult situation. The relationship went on going. He would post her everywhere on his status, on his WhatsApp, on his status, on his Instagram, on his Facebook, until this one time he found something in her phone about her cousin, the person she called her cousin. Then the crazy thing is that he confronted her about it. Then she denied, no, that's my cousin. I can't do such a thing with my cousin. He came to me, told me about it. I said, you know what? Just be careful and look out for yourself. Find more concrete evidence and confront her again to get to the bottom of this matter. So again, he did his investigation. He got the chance to go through her phone because what happened was her phone broke. Then she gave it to him and said, no, babe, my phone is broken. I need you to get it fixed for me. So that was his opportunity. He took the phone to get fixed. And when they fixed the phone, he unlocked it and he went straight to her WhatsApp messages. And the messages he found between her and the person she claimed to be her cousin would shock you. And you would never trust any girl that tells you she has a cousin she goes to see. So he confronted her about it. She denied in his face. Then he put out the evidence. What is this? And why did you spend 3 nights at your cousin's place? And this is what you people texted when you came back. She started crying in front of him. She started weeping and she started saying, so she's so sorry, yada yada yada. He apologized, tried to apologize. The boy walked away in the most shattered way I've ever seen anybody in the world. He was so broken because he loved this girl so much. He was showing her off. He was telling us about her. He was because at that point in our friend group, he was the only one in a relationship, and the other two of us, because we used to play the three of us, the other two of us were single. He was so shattered. He came to us. He said, "No, I can never trust a girl anymore, man. Sad girls are shy. You know that thing where you regret now. Hey, love was a waste of time." Even up to this point, when I meet him today, he still says the same thing because that relationship really messed him up. He even today he says, I can't waste my time on a relationship. I'd rather waste my time making money. A relationship is a waste of time. I'd rather make money. Marriage is a scam. So that's where he's at now. And I can tell you for a fact, I clearly understand him. As a person who's been through heartbreaks myself as well, I can count the number of heartbreaks I've been in on all these fingers. But today is not about me. It's not even about my story. But I also had a girl that I liked so much. Then she broke my heart and I lost my head as well. So that's why I'm saying heartbreaks will mess you up. However, in this today's video, I just wanted to tell you that not everybody is like your ex. I know heartbreaks can be devastating. They can change the direction of your heart. They can change the direction of your life. They can mess you up. You can feel like you can never get out of it. You can lose your head. You can you can lose your head. You can stop focusing on school. You can even stop going to church if the girl is from your church. And that's how devastating heartbreaks are. I understand you. And let me tell you another thing is that many of the F boys you see, or men or boys that have multiple girls, they all had that one girl they loved so much. that they love so much, then she broke them, then they decided to say, I will never trust a girl again. And that's the path they took. But for you, I'm asking you in this moment to do something that is healthy for you. Firstly, I would like you to get out of the mindset of demonizing relationships and marriage. As much as our heartbreaks are painful, you getting in the mindset of demonizing relationships and marriages will not benefit you. It will blind you and it will keep you in the pain that you have experienced from your past relationships. Heartbreaks are devastating. Heartbreaks hurt. It is one of the most hurtful things on the planet. I understand that. However, allowing yourself you not allowing yourself to start demonizing relationships and marriages by saying things like marriage is a scam, I can never trust anybody, oh, men do is lie, oh, whatnot, girls are this, girls are that, is you actually sitting in the midst of the pen that somebody caused you. And it closes the door on the possibility of you actually walking into a much healthier relationship than you had before. So, what I think you should do, even if you're going through a heartbreak right now, or if you have experienced a heartbreak right now, is to own the relationships you have been in, is to take personal accountability and personal responsibility for the people you chose to date, regardless of the pain of the heartbreak. Regardless of the pain of the relationship, you have to own those relationships. You have to acknowledge that you chose those people and nobody chose to date them for you. Nobody chose any of those people you dated for you. I know it might sound a little bit harsh, but it's one of the things that will help you move away from staying in the hurt that your past relationship cost you. You chose to date those people, and you knew for some of them that this will not end well. You and I both have been there before, where you can see through someone that this won't end well, but you have hope. Then they hurt you, then you said, I wish I had broken up with the person at that point. But you cannot blame yourself right now, but you can own the relationship. And what owning the relationship for you will do, it will allow you to learn from it, and next time to learn from it and allow yourself to actually heal and actually move on from that relationship. I'm not asking you to be in a position to jump from another relationship if you're not over the last one, but you just sitting down and saying, I take accountability. I allowed them to walk over me. I allowed them to treat me the way they treated me. I allowed them to cheat on me or whatever. I played a part in that because some days or sometimes I could see through it. Own it. And when you own it, you put yourself in a powerful position to move on and to get into healing. Because if you get into the mindset of demonizing relationships and marriages, you're actually sitting in your pain, you're actually sitting in your hurt, and you'll be one of those people they say hurt people hurt people. And you don't wouldn't want to be in that space because you'll be adding to more pain and more trauma and more heartbreak that you already have, because you will not be in a sustainable relationship or a healthy relationship. You will just be ending up in short term things. I hear you, a heartbreak is painful. I hear you, it messes with your head. You lose control of so many things, you lose direction of your life, but you can still come back from a relationship. Many people, countless of them, have been there before and they have come back. So please, I'm going to ask you to do these three things to help you move from that heartbreak you might be experiencing, or three things that will help you be in a better mindset or in a better place after a relationship. Number one is, like I said, own the relationship. Own it. Acknowledge that, okay, it was a bad relationship. They didn't deserve me, or they didn't treat me right, or acknowledge what actually happened in the relationship. Accept the reality of it actually ending. That's you owning it. Because when you own it, it brings you to the second thing: choose to learn from it. Because when you choose to learn from a relationship, it actually makes you wiser for the next relationship you get into. choose to learn from it. And number three is take your time. Take your time. Take your time in that space of going through that pain, going through those memories. Take your time. This also applies for somebody who might have been on the end of breaking somebody's heart or messing up and they regret messing up in that relationship. Is take your time. Sit in your regret, analyze it, think about it, but don't allow it to change you or shape you or to pull you down. Realize that it has happened and give yourself time to think through it, realize what was wrong, what was right, and move on with life. And number four, which is a cliche thing, is pray about it. Pray about what happened to you and ask God to sharpen your discernment so that next time you may not end up with the same person, and also next time you may not mess up or make the same mistakes you made before if you hurt somebody. And most importantly is this one: forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for that relationship. Forgive yourself maybe for allowing them to cheat on you. Forgive yourself for allowing them to walk over you. Forgive yourself, because if you don't forgive yourself, you begin to torture and torment yourself every single night and telling yourself, how could you be so stupid? How could you allow somebody to do that to you? How could you not see through this? You should be the first person to forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself will liberate you from so much shame and guilt and the pain itself. Open yourself up to a possibility of finding something better in the future by beginning with forgiving yourself. So, those are the things you can do to get over a bad ending or a hard break. I'll see you in the next video.